What up? It's your boy, K-Blao HoodX. Sign up for hoodx.com. There we go. Sign up for hoodx.com. Subscribe to my channel. Click subscribe below. I just want to do a real quick video. I'm an Aquarius. A lot of people ask me what my sign is. I'm an Aquarius. One thing about Aquarius, me personally, I love being Aquarius. I know what it means to be Aquarius. A lot of Aquariuses don't necessarily know what it means to be Aquarius, especially in this age that we're going into, in the age of Aquarius. It is very important that you understand what it means to be an Aquarius, because the age that we're moving from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. So you have to really know what that means. We're moving from an age of belief into an age of knowing. Me being an Aquarius, I am, what's the word? Emotionally detached. It means that I am, a lot of situations that approach me where I don't get emotional because I am an Aquarius. So typically Aquariuses are emotionally attached. That means we don't see things emotionally. We see things logically. To some people that could be an upside. Some people that could be a downside. Me personally, I love the fact that I'm emotionally attached. It makes me comfortable being alone. And a lot of times people don't like to be alone. And a lot of my friends misunderstand, and especially my relationships that I get into, a lot of times they don't understand the fact that I am an Aquarius and I'm a loner, that I don't mind being alone. I have a grandmother who's an Aquarius. She is always alone. You know, she don't like to be bothered. She writes a lot. She writes her books. She watches her programs. And she just, for the most part, likes to be left alone. She respects privacy. Just like me being an Aquarius, I respect privacy, especially in a relationship. I like somebody who likes to do their own, not necessarily their own thing per se, but I like somebody who's out for their dreams, somebody who's a go-getter, somebody who has something else going on besides worrying about what the hell I'm doing all day. This is a very typical Aquarius trait. We don't like to be bothered. We don't like to be tied down with your emotions. We don't like to be, we don't like people trying to make us feel guilty for not having emotions. We're emotionally detached, all right? And it's like, if you are somebody who's dating an Aquarius, or if you know an Aquarius, you need to understand that Aquariuses are emotionally detached, meaning that we are not going to get caught up in our emotions. We typically like to see things from a logical standpoint. I love the fact that I'm emotionally, given the choice between being super emotional or emotionally detached, I'm going to choose emotionally detached, because I have the ability to perceive a really chaotic situation and still know how to step in and handle it and bring light to a dark situation, just based on the fact that I'm not applying my emotions. It's a lot of times, like, for example, if we was driving, we got in a car accident, and God forbid, you got pinned in the car, like your arm got pinned somehow, and I had to make a really quick decision to say, okay, well, we got to cut your arm off, or you might die. Aquarius, we're not going to even think about cut his arm off. Whereas like somebody who may be a water sign, somebody who's more emotional, they can be, oh my God, I have to cut her arm off. Oh, what am I going to do? Like in survival situations, we are on point. Just like a lot of times, if you was a cop, like if I was a cop, I think even though I'm not, I would never be a cop, but if I was a cop, I think I'd be a good cop, because a lot of times in a highly chaotic situation, I'm able to separate my emotions instantly and detach my own personal emotions and see what is the best thing to do, for the whole. Not necessarily for me, or how I feel may be the right thing. It's not necessarily what I feel or what I believe. It's a knowing that, for the big picture, what's the best thing I need to do right now for the whole. And Aquarius are very good at picking up on that and instantly taking action without, getting caught into a fall or getting mesmerized by my own emotions. A good person to study who's, he's not necessarily Aquarius, but to understand the nature of Aquarius is Dr. Spock from Star Trek. A lot of times he's a little quirky. The way he says things. You look at Data, too, from Star Trek Next Generation, the character Data. He just deals with facts and logic. He's really not good with emotions, and that's kind of how Aquariuses are. And I love this about myself. I love this trait. It comes to a detriment of some of the people, the relationships that I'm in, because they're constantly trying to get me to have some type of emotional input or some type of emotional moment where I'm looking at it like how Spock or Data is looking at it like, okay, this person's having an emotional response and they're, catering to their emotions. A lot of times I have to put a face on to make people think that I'm emotionally involved when I'm really not. And that's something that is very frustrating. That's kind of what let me make this video, to like let people know, like, hey, if you run into a situation with me and you're trying to show me something and I may come off it to you, it may seem cold. I'm not being cold. It's just that you need to understand I am emotionally detached. This is who I am. All right. So don't judge me. Don't think that I'm being mean or nothing. It's just say, hey, I don't have no emotion in regard to your own personal bullshit or your own personal problems that you're going through. I'll offer you some advice. I'll do what I can, and then I'm going to move on. Period. And I love the fact that I have this about myself, because it stops me from taking on other people's problems. And a lot of times that's what emotional people do, and then they don't even have the resources themselves to even deal with this person's problem. So, I've learned to stop taking on people's problems. I've learned to stop feeling guilty about me having to take on people's problems. Because, when your emotion get caught in, you say something that you might not be able to follow through with later on just because you was caught up in the moment and you said something, now you got to do it. For 2015, especially us moving into this age of Aquarius, I am practicing my Aquariusness of completely going with my own feelings, putting my own feelings first, putting myself first, putting my beliefs first. And that's what I'm making this video, for the people who may misunderstand me as being mean or cold. No, it's just that Aquariuses are emotionally detached. All right. And you should respect that and know that this is a trait that I have before dealing with me. I am human. I'm very human. I have a heart, but I'm not stupid. I'm not going to be taken advantage of, and I'm not going to do something that's going to allow me to get just caught up in the moment. I try to avoid situations of getting caught up in the moment. And I would suggest that if you're with an Aquarius, or if you are an Aquarius, you do as much research as you can to understand what it means to be an Aquarius, whether you're male or female. Because the more you find out your true self, the more distraction, the less liabilities you'll have, because you'll be less distracted, because you'll be true to yourself. And I am a true Aquarius, and I am 100% true to myself. I come from a long line of people who are geniuses, man, and excellent people who work with media, excellent scientists, people who do research, people who know how to organize information, some of the greatest writers were Aquarius people. So I am proud to be an Aquarius. There's a lot more I could have put in this video. I just wanted to make this little rant to let people know that, hey, Aquariuses are emotionally detached. You should not be embarrassed by that. You should be proud of that, because it is those who are emotionally detached that can make quick split-second decisions that will benefit the whole. And there's a place for that. So don't feel bad if you're an Aquarius and, some people trying to get you feel guilty or try to play with your emotions and you don't get caught up in it. Don't get caught up in it. Stay true to yourself. Stay true to Aquarius. Think logically. Think betterment of the whole, not necessarily in betterment of what people may need for their specific emotions. We think on the whole. We think globally. We think the big picture. All right. So don't lose the big picture getting caught up in the moment. All right. Subscribe to my channel. It's your boy K-Blao Hood X. If you are an Aquarius, if you know an Aquarius, if you had any type of relationship with an Aquarius, leave a comment below. Add on. I will be more than happy to hear your testimony. I want to hear, what you think, even what you think about this video. You might not be Aquarius, but it may just intrigue you. Let me know what you think of this video. Subscribe to my channel. Sign up for hoodx.com. Hit me up on HoodX. I'm trying to get off Facebook. I think Facebook is getting played out. Just like every time I go on there, it's just a bunch of clutter and just ignorant videos and ignorant pictures. I'm trying to keep my mind at a higher frequency. That's why I'm encouraging you to sign. If you're that type of person, sign up for hoodx.com. Find me on there. I'll be more than happy to build with you and get away from the clutter and the distractions that's on Facebook. All right? Sign up for HoodX. Peace.